abusuafo ne adofo mu nyina kwa abiem for once ni ese wa won subscribe no bo modin a se be subscribe me se ne bi niema wodo a din a koso Ghana no ohu ada platforms no aheya na ni nyina dwegumenko ba bia we are no share amount so yede inside kebno no so keep you updated. Yes already yemfe ni nchimni enka de ho nchimwe choka koso Ghana nyina no parliament, supreme court, police, soldier, hardship, economic dependency, dollar depreciation. Choka ni nyina bakwa kwe elections. Ya tinemu from 2016 na 17 18 ya ba 2020 ya toaba ya sa tinema kofare ne eye ba o mi aban ya tinema 2024 ka days kitwe bi ni akwa toaba na bato ni nyina mu no ejina electoral commission so J.Mensa ne da no NDC for election team, they are working very hard because of some comments and actions via EC ni NPP for the AMK. As we speak no NDC electoral and as election team the odano yo omane boama no ababonte the same bi ababituja in same inu the abituja back of a indelible link the oto abawie de onsa boom share so say what to abana se want to abano or the abeto abonte say J.Mensa and Nkrofo secretly planning for another indelible link. No nearby, Quebec. 2. Validation stamp did team a year ballot papers national. Nadia Mobi Hakwakoto because we bet Makwa fake ballot papers, not just or the kuta with EC validating stamp no. So be babeji ballot paper na the EC officers for no edit team chire no and some of the ballot paper na ma individual some fanko to abanom from same team and choose the omopeno that stamp no information be chire say J.Mensa the ama district electoral officers for omo de den. Hello.
Yes, the second issue you were raising was not so. We didn't get you clearly.
Yes, we want you to ask the Electoral Commission what type of indelible ink are they going to use on 2nd December for the special voting and on 7th December for the general elections.
The type of indelible ink.
Type of indelible ink.
But the EC has always done this.
Okay, so you and I, what we know is the indelible ink that we dip our finger in. Is that not it?
Yes.
Okay. You also know that during the district level elections, the EC did not use any indelible ink.
Yes, that's accurate.
Good. We hope what we are hearing is not the case, that they want to use a different kind of indelible ink this time around. But it is the next level of the issues that we are going to raise with the commission. And let me add another one. The Electoral Commission, in an internal memo that we intercepted, has written to the original directors that they should inform the district electoral officers to empty the ballot boxes and keep the ballots for the district level elections of 2023 into sacks. That is appropriate. This is where the issue is.
Instead of keeping them in a ballot box, they should empty them into sacks.
Yes, because the boxes are going to be used for this election. So that is okay.
Okay.
I'm coming to the problem. In that same memo, the Electoral Commission is asking them to keep the other items that are used for voting at the district level for rate use, that those items should be reused. And they itemize them. They mention ruler and other things, including validating stamp. My emphasis is on the validating stamp. Let me explain. The validating stamp should not be known until the morning of the elections. The serial number of the validating stamp, and there is a reason for it. There is a reason why they keep the validating stamp in a wrap, so that you unwrap it the morning of the elections. Because if people know the particular serial number of the validating stamp, they can print fictitious ballot papers and use the validating stamp to validate them ahead of December 7th. So why would the Electoral Commission, knowing this, ask the district electoral officers to keep the validating stamps for reuse? That means that weeks ahead of the elections, the district electoral officers know the validating stamps that are going to be used within their domain. This is another issue.
Hello, Doc. Hello. Well, Doc. Now, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, please.
Great. So you're saying this will allow for anybody who wants to do fake ballot papers to do that easily?
Easily. Because they will have the validating stamp and they will use it to stamp the back of the ballot paper. And so in the night, people may see it, once it has the stamp and the validating stamp, the same serial number, an unsuspecting eye may just pass it.
But this is...
We always say we are ahead of them. There is absolutely no risk that we will not identify ahead of this election. And we will provide the cure for all that. Even when they don't accept the cure, we will use other means to provide the cure.
I see. Which cure would you have for district officers of the Electoral Commission knowing the stamp ahead of time?
Is that we are raising the Electoral Commission. We were raising it to the development partners. We are raising it to the Electoral Commission and to ask them to immediately recall all those validating stamps or not use them at all. The good news also is that our members will be present when the items are being transported to the regions, and they will also be present when the items are being transported from the regions to the districts. And they will also be present on December 5 or December 6 ballot boxes for onward distribution to the polling stations on December 7th. And every step of the way, we shall apply our seals. So those validating stamps, those exposed validating stamps, are not going to be used.
Well, Doc,
they will not allow.
Let me conclude by asking you whether you have some clarity on when the ballot printing exercise will continue.
We expect them to conclude with the presidential candidate of the GSP, and then hopefully their decision to reprint the presidential will take place. And if they appoint competent printers, we do not expect the printing to go beyond 20th of November. As we have always done, we have kept on exposing the incompetent printers. It was our expose had made the Electoral Commission withdraw the contract of Yasako and ask a different company to please. It was our expose that made the Electoral Commission take the decision to move central reading printing away from checkpoints. But for this change in the GSP presidential candidate, that printing would not have been done by checkpoint. It would have been done by a different company. As we speak, it is our expose that has made it clear that Fonstack is messing up with serial numbers. And guess what? Fonstack is printing Volta region.
Really?
We have exposed that, and that is also being addressed. It is our vigilance that made it clear that Ghana Publishing at certain point in time suffered mechanical breakdowns of their machines. The eagle eye will continue to work. We shall not relent. We shall not fail. We shall not falter. We shall not rest until the right thing is done and the good people of Ghana have voted massively for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama for him to reset Ghana, and also voted massively to give the NDC a resounding majority in Parliament.
Doc, thank you very much for speaking to us.
You are welcome.
Dr. Edward is director of elections and IT of the National Democratic Congress. Join us on the line for a conversation this morning. So a few issues that he's raised clearly. One, they said when he went to the Electoral Commission to pick up the register, they asked for the voter statistics. Simple. A breakdown of those who are in the register. A few things they asked for. How many voters totally nationwide? So in your register, how many voters do you have? 2, how many voters do you have in each of the regions? So Volta region, how many voters? Central region, how many voters? 3, constituencies. You have 276 constituencies. How many voters are in Guam? How many voters are in where I come from, Southtown? So they ask for those statistics. And then they ask that how many absentee voters do you have? How many special voters do you have? And how many, I think, voter transfer, or even proxy votes? So just give us that breakdown. He said the EC said, we are coming. 30 minutes we'll be back. They went in hours. They came back without those statistics, which is weird. SM, if you come to think about it, because your register is supposed to be made up of these people.
Oh yes, all these things.
So these are you would have already isolated. So how many transferred votes do we have? How many people are voting on the special voting exercise? So you know how many special voters you have. You even should know how many proxy voters you have. So based on that, how many absentee voters do you have? Because if you want to find absentee voters, you are doing special voters plus transferred votes. So those who have transferred their vote plus those who will be voting on a special voting day. So that will give you the total number of absentee voters on the register. So they asked for that statistics. Said they haven't gotten it.
And I'm pushing 30 minutes, Brian. Still.
And then so they've decided that okay, when you get that statistics, add it to the register, call us. Will come for both. Because we need that statistics to make sense of what you have in the register. That's weird. That's so.
So now how many days now can you ever go to Aba?
Oh no. But that's what I'm saying. It's impossible to compile a register without having this kind of data clearly marked out. Because that's weird. You must know who is on the register. The people on the register, some of them have a special purpose, so it should be easy. So this guy is a transfer voter. So on the register, you should know based on data that's separate that SM transferred his votes from Mpriso You are you from Price or?
That means free price.
To Accra.
Okay.
So that should be clear. It should be easy for the EC to tell who transferred their votes from where. So that should be data that should be available. Once you have finalized your register, you should have that data easily available. One that you can easily pick and share.
And you know, we're not the soft copies. They are yet to receive statistics of from the electoral.
No, the NDC says they did not take the voters register.
Okay.
So the final voters register, they said they will not take it. They worked it with the voter statistics so that when they are looking at the final document, they know what they are looking at. So they can use that to do an assessment of that register. So how many voters? The voters that has been transferred. So voters who have transferred their votes on their own. So you choose to transfer your votes, you should be easily identifiable. Voters who are saying that on the day of elections, I'll be doing something else. So please, I'll be doing special voting. Where are they? Proxy voters. Who are they? Then we are also even looking at what do you call it? The breakdowns. The breakdown. So the absentee voters, then the breakdown. That should be easy. If I ask you say you have a register, I ask you how many people are on your register. Should be able to provide me that statistics easily. That this total number of voters are in Southtown. This total number.
Electoral Commission for some person catch say all these ones the omo bosu ina no. Omu ni ana ana say egwa paye no person de bema.
Okay. No, that's why I was listening to hear him say, okay, after they went in, if they came back. Because I'm surprised.
Or they are just there and you tell me.
No. That's why I'm called. That's why I say I'm surprised. You know what they mean? I'm surprised that they don't have this.
And you say,
that is intentional.
Yes, I'm person de bema because of some bobia pona to baba to no wiem. And I said they toss me no. Omu ni madwuma no no mo ho e na yetu amakakeke. Because sena akanefu akakra bi na yakwa akoto aba. And about 2 way no e ade a hu hia Ghana for. Into bibia sorry a nan say say peace yapsumbi. All these things. So what would you possibly see ubia? Sena a quan benson or be person nipa condemned in Sababa share as Biapamasi. When you know very well that Electoral Commission for a 50 da almost share media BBI clear. Some person walk on Umuiao. Now me I hope your PC we are oh frame your family some say MSA as Biapamasi. Enter me be so science for me no. A bear one was Electoral Commission for any those statistics are overboard here. And then papa. Some was so and one person with the bema. And yet, and this among you kono. Woman, you're very careful.
And they're not going to compile the total number of transferred voters on the register. So voters who have transferred their votes. I'm wondering, are they not going to compile it separately? Because you will have to resolve. So I'm moving you to here. So you're no longer on the former register.
Yes.
Maybe so. So when I'm doing tallying, I have to know the total number of people who have moved their votes. Total number of people who are doing, and today's, and they don't know the total number who are doing, people who have registered to do special voting. Who they have registered, they don't know. So you can't tell based on that, okay, transferred votes. So absentee list, then have an absentee list of voters. You know that this total number of people will be absent on the register of Ablekuma Central. One, because they have transferred their votes. Two, some are doing special voting. So if you add them together, you know that this total number of voters will not be on the Ablekuma Central register from 2020. That should be easy to tell.
Abusian for Yankasi heti nsema hodo ekoso. Hwe niema hodo a Dr. Omani Boama eyego. Dr. Omani Boama IT ka IT mo a wote papa Inye J.Mensa ne nkrofo kra ti pen no o ti papa. Na GM to ne boss ya kofa na ba. Hwe nsema hodo a eye doctor mane bo ama ayiyegu ho. Na sansem wei ono de warning ma J.Mensa ne nkrofo. Already no from fast statistics are edifa more na mo say final voters register mo na mo se modiaba. Monfa start in Embra and conform ya assemtism, conform total number of people metuaba, and conform to special vote special voters or to police force, soldiers for like sound for no presenters for no. Monfa starting in Ambra, Muntimi fan by. Indelible link ya can baby and once I'm sorry in Crawford can say and who here de ben Ghana for ye moye some didn't talk about it's indelible link in who here and ye can so good because J.Mensa ye usikan ye dikoto Ghana for sikan ye dikoto elections very crucial in TMP basa ye be a dear made democracy na say MPB Intino almost and find Indelible link in Embra or Jatum should be about passum G. And also the beba and the NDC election team for not finding out say Indelible link now they are all bano is alleged say different from the enemy no different now the mode banner it is saying what the answer na paper questions in bisa what the answer na paper na who here a fake I don't know my you should that na and one some sorry ba 2 validating another validation stamp a ka hon semi a stamp hu hia papa a stamp hu hia offer ballot paper na so kwa akoto aba de stamp no e di pima chiri se gim no sa stamp no ene e di chiri se ampa o ballot paper no easy for e agye atum ne e kan ye be kan aka ho so any person o back of ballot paper aba na sa easy validating stamp ni bi NCH ne e kan kan enka ho bi so bi na ye no de be free ye kan this easy validating stamp ni de ebo echi something very important. Dr. Manimbo ama kase sa stamp no ye mfa ma till said day ne kwa akoto aba no ono pani acheche ama district electoral officers for no as we speak Dr. Manimbo ama kase abana chese ballot person no kra ye hu does ye be print ye wi nipo no J.Mensa de EC a year validating stamp no ama a district electoral officers for no chese binsi da o de amam so munye den no o ka se ba ne sa o metim di bia tintim eche kran pan sana a de ne ye beto aba no kra de aso o metim de tintim a ballot papers ni so e de amam krofo akwa akotintim e de akohwie egu a box ni aka because already no a valid ballot paper be valid so something scary huye no be miana no and you call for peace say NDC form be sign peace part so many ways to win elections now more can wasem no these are the things that more man for adrian akoso how come say dia been sida actually say these are the steps obi bitima fa so regulation and one of J.Mensa and nkrofo a bed na trust Ghana for mumu no emba from she already know scandals PP from office war scandals ahodo ebora mo office war kamunye bibi kakra nemfa a some like en munyam kakra embra mo office one so day in day out no mo office no eba from just we dey chabe kan simbi Dr. Manimbo amane tenen kanu comment section or subscribe and share my own so den son sanka bi ana pese di musebusan for yakra munyina